This is Jeopardy! Hey guys, how's it going? This is your boy B back with you once again for another edition of the Answering Questions show right here on MVG Productions. Welcome back to Jeopardy! Well, it's been a while since I've played this one last. I think the last time I played it was probably back in November at some point. So yeah, overdue for getting back around to this one. And this is actually one of the first versions of... This is the first game of Jeopardy I have actually played. Well, I lied. This is the second game of Jeopardy I've played since Alex's passing. So it's different seeing the different co-hosts so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I'm really hoping they're going to give LeVar Burton a chance to be host, because I think he would be, overall in my opinion, the best choice for a future host of this show. So I hope he gets his opportunity, but we'll see somewhere down the road. But for right now, I'm ready to get into another game of Jeopardy. So let's get in on this one. Last time let's see, my total is now for this series 50,398, and I'm gonna jump back in here. Let's see. Let's move. Let's move in the middle. Let's move Mark over here. I thought we had another. Yes, there we go. I thought Margie was in it. Alright, so it's got Margie, Mark, and myself playing on this game of Jeopardy. And I'm ready for it. Hopefully you guys are ready. Let's jump in. Of course, we'll start off with the Jeopardy round. One daily double on the board for this one. And here's the subjects. We have initialed authors, followed by The Sun Also Rises, title film folk, Garden Talk, Rock and Roll Heaven, and finally we finished with Island Hopping. Nice selection of stuff to work with. Let's begin with initialed authors for 200. In 2001, she wrote 2 of Harry Potter's school books under 2 different pseudonyms. Who was J.K. Rowling? Of course, with the early pick, I'm on the board. Let's go initial authors for 4. Women in Love was the sequel to The Rainbow by this British author. I don't know. Again, books and authors are like one of my weak points that I need to fix. Correct response, who is D.H. Lawrence? I'll go again for 6. The struggle between good and evil forces over a magic ring is at the center of his epic trilogy. It was J.R.R. Tolkien. All right. Initial authors 8. His published work, 1 novel and about 15 short stories, including Race High the Roof Beam, Carpenters. It was J.D. Salinger. And finish it up for 1,000. He wrote the Chronicles of Narnia for his goddaughter Lucy, who shares her name with a character in them. Who is C.S. Lewis? Yeah. I almost messed that up. I would have been slightly upset myself. Just saying. But anyway, make a slight adjustment on the window here for you guys. I thought I had it the right spot, but there we go. That fits better. And now we'll continue on with let's go ahead and do some more movies. Let's go title film folk for 200. 2001. Will Smith pulled no punches. Who is Ali? Okay, I think I got a chance here. Maybe. Title film folk for 4. 1995. Gabriel Bryan, Stephen Baldwin, Kevin Spacey. 5 criminals, 1 lineup, no coincidence. What is The Usual Suspects? There you go. Title film folk for 6. 1956. Yul Brynner and Deborah Kerr, etc., etc., etc. Who is the King and I? Yes. All right. Title film folk for 8. Answer there, the Daily Double. All right. 2,400. I got the lead. I don't feel like making a true Daily Double today, so let's go. I'll go 600. For an even 3,000, here's the clue. 1971, Bud Cort and Ruth Gordon in a May through December romance. What is Benny and June? No. Harold and Maude. All right. Drop to 1,800, and I continue on. Title film folk for 1,000. 1998, Robin Williams cures with comedy. Who is Patch Adams? Well, I got 4 out of 5. Not bad at that. I got my 2,800, and let us do The Sun Also Rises at 200. In 2000, after completing his studies at Eton, this heir headed for the jungles of Central America. I think it's Prince Harry. No, it's Prince William. Okay, I'd have been wrong. Margie got it right. She's on the board. And where are we going? Island hopping for 800. In 1769, Napoleon Bonaparte was born on this Mediterranean isle. It was Corsica. Margie, go again. Island hopping for 6. It's the island where you'll find Auckland, New Zealand, mate. What is South Island? I thought Auckland was on the little island on the bottom. Apparently, I was wrong. It's North Island, right? Yep. Again, need to pay attention to my world geography a little bit more. Margie gets your board. Garden Talk for 800. It's a thinner than foil sheet of gold. What is a leaf? There we go. Back in control. Let's return to island hopping for 200. The largest of Society Islands, this French island in the Pacific has over 120,000 people. What is St. Croix? No. Margie or Mark? Not sure exactly which one this one is myself. Was it Tahiti? Whatever Mark guessed was also incorrect. Margie? Don't know if she's even going to take a guess on this one. She is not. It was Tahiti. Picked the wrong island. All right, island hopping for 4. The name of this English-speaking Caribbean island comes from an Arawak word meaning land of wood and water. It's Jamaica. Davion, I apologize for missing that. I should have known better. Anyway, Mark picks Garden Talk for 1,000. When your eyes are smiling, these contractible diaphragms may be changing their sizes. What are irises? Again, it's all garden related, so it's something you find in the garden. So based off of that clue alone, I got it right. Island hopping for 1,000. Unimak, Adak, and Unalaska are islands in this Alaskan chain. I don't know what they're called. They're the Leeward Islands? Nope, the Aleutian Islands. Okay. Margie picks it up. She's up to 1,800. Margie, you're bored. Rock and Roll Heaven for 600. Dweezil and Moon Unit's dad, he left for this final tour December 4th, 1993. It was Frank Zappa. Yep. Mark got it and is in control. Rock and Roll Heaven for Horner. Last name of brothers Carl and Dennis who still give off good vibrations with the music they left behind. What are the... Is it Harris? No. I was trying to think. I was like, I was kind of hoping they were going to ask for the band name. It was like, yeah, the Wilsons. All right. Margie got it. She's up to 2,200. And her selection. Rock and Roll Heaven for 8. There was a kind of hush all over the world after she died of a heart failure in 1983 at the age of 32. Who was Karen Carpenter? Yeah. All right. Rock and Roll Heaven for 2. In 2001, fans around the world mourned the death of this quiet Beatle. Who was John Lennon? Oh. Mistake is Ringo, I think, still alive. Had to have been the other one. Was it Pete? No, it was George Harrison. I thought so. Okay. All right. Still my board. Rock and Roll Heaven for 1,000. Freddie's dead, and sadly, so was this R&B singer and producer who made this song a hit in 1972. It was Curtis Mayfield. I didn't realize he produced that one. Huh. Nice. All right, let's go back to The Sun Also Rises for 4. He directed his dad, Walter, in The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. It was Sean Hudson. Okay. Let's try Sun Also Rises for 6. Her son Christopher set his first novel, A Density of Souls, where else but New Orleans? I'll take a guess. Who is Helen Gilchrist? No. Took a shot because I thought I had an idea. Way off. Way off on that one. Margie or Mark? Anne Rice. I didn't think that would be it, but I messed up and went for the wrong one. All right, let's go. Sun Also Rises 8. The president's son, Charles Francis, was the third generation of his family to serve as minister to Great Britain. It was John Quincy Adams. Oh, that's right. I think they barely mentioned that in Hamilton. Sun Also Rises for 1,000. His namesake became mayor of Chicago. Another son, William, was Commerce Secretary in the 90s. Richard Daley is correct. Mark, up to 1,800 now. Got Garden Talk left. Let's go for 4. In Take Me Out to the Ball Game, it's what you do for the home team. What is root? There we go. Let's go Garden Talk for 2. To protect yourself from losing, you may do this to a bet. What is hedge? There's a bet. And now for the last one for 600. To conceal a bugging device. What is plant? And I think I swept the category on that one, so I worked well. So the end of the Jeopardy round, I've got 4,600 in first place. Margie in second place with 2,200. Mark with 1,800 will start first in Double Jeopardy. We'll get to right now. 2 daily doubles up on the board. As we reveal the subjects, we are dealing with Real Romantics, fun. Babylon 5, I wish I watched more of the series. The 60s, meh. Pick Your Poison, okay. Who's the Missus? And finally, Hail to the Chief. And that's apparently where we're going to sit there. So Mark starts with Hail the Chief for 1600. This president was 65 years old when he took office in 1857. That was it Buchanan? It was. So, trying to remember some of the older presidents that have been elected to office. Who's the missus for 1200? Who is Mrs. Phil Donahue? Don't remember who he was married to. I know it wasn't Connie Chung, and I don't think it was Mary Tyler Moore. So if I wanted to, it's a 50-50 shot for 1200. I'll go for it. Who is Meredith Baxter? And I was wrong. Yay! Winning. Margie taking a chance. No, sorry, it was Mark. I did buzz. It is Mark. Yep, it was the other one, Marlo Thomas. I had it between two, and I just picked the wrong one. Mark's up to 3,000, and he selects. Pick your poison for 1,200. The non-poisonous tomato and the poisonous belladonna both belong to this family of plants. They're the nightshades. Mark, go again. Who's the missus for 800? Mrs. Danny DeVito. That would be Rhea Perlman. That one I do know. They made a wonderful couple. Let's go. I'm not really a fan of any of these categories this time around. Let's go back to Hail the Chief for 4. In 1948, he issued a proclamation that the flag fly over Fort McHenry 24 hours a day as a perpetual symbol of our patriotism. Yep, that was Truman. Margie up to tied with Mark with 3,000. And Real Romantics for 1,600. This Jewish composer was the great-grandson of a poor Jewish scribe named Mendel. Yeah, I saw the answers, and I'm like, nope, not touching this one personally. I'd love to, I just personally can't. Not this time around, at least. Let's see. It was Felix Mendelssohn. All right, Margie, select again. Who's the missus for 1,600? Mrs. Bruce Boxleitner? Boxleitner? Yeah, I think it'd be it. That would have been Melissa Gilbert. Okay. With that, Mark takes the lead and his selection. Real Romantics for 1,200. The romantic nationalist composer Bedřich Samanta was born in 1824 in what is now this country. It was the Czech Republic. Mark, select again. Answer there, the Daily Double. Under Who's the Missus? He's going for $213 because we all love those odd amounts. Who is Mrs. Mike Nichols? I think that Diane. Yeah, it was Diane Sawyer. I actually knew that one. Huh. Mark's got it right for an odd amount, and now he's got control. Hail the Chief for 800. He was big for his age as a baby. He weighed 220 pounds in college and 300 plus in the White House. It had to be Taft. One of the largest presidents we ever had. Don't mind him, though. Put it in a nice tub, supposedly. Hail the Chief for 12. He was president during the Spanish-American War. Again, with history, not a strong suit either. I just said Madison. Nope, that one was McKinley. All right, Mark retakes the lead and his board. 60s for 1,200. It's the lowest prime number that starts with a 6. What is 61? All right, I will go Hail the Chief for 2000. In 1848, he became the last Whig to be elected president. Margie says it was Zachary Taylor. All right, Margie's got the board, and she's going to go Real Romantics for 2000. This first name of several romantic writers was the last name of Caspar David. Mark says something that is incorrect. Gives me the lead back. I'm okay with this. Do not know this first one, so I'm not going to even attempt it here. Correct response, what is Frederick? It was Frederick. Margie selects Babylon 5 for 800. In a Menaki, a ziggurat is sometimes identified as this legendary landmark. Take a guess. What is the Ark of the Covenant? Again, not big into Babylon. But apparently, this is not the Babylon 5 that I'm thinking of. This is more like actually stories about Babel. And it's the case, the Tower of Babel. Okay. Again, that one's going to be fun. Let's go back to the 60s for 1600. In 1983, Congress passed legislation gradually raising the minimum age for all Social Security benefits to this age. What is 65? Okay, apparently it was not 65. Full Social Security benefits would have been, was it 67? It was. I guess it was 65 up until that point. All right, making a fool of myself right now. 60s for 800. In 1940, it was the top prize in the radio question and answer show, Take It or Leave It. What was $60? Nope. Was it? If it's $69, I'm just going to laugh, but I don't think it was. I am off my game today, I can tell. It was $64. And that's thus leading to the $64,000 question at some point down the road. Mark, Babylon 5 for 1600. To read the Code of Hammurabi in its original script, you have to know how to read this. It was cuneiform. I do not know how to read that. I'm never going to try. The 60s for 2000. The Songsanti Huitards, I totally butchered that, or people of this year are France's generation of former revolutionaries. Yep, 1968, and Mark is killing the game right now. 7613, not much left on this board. Pick your poison for 1600. The leaves of purple species of this plant contain powerful poison used to make digitalis. It's got to be rhubarb. Nope, foxglove. And Margie gets it, moves in second place. Still haven't found a daily double yet. Babylon 5 for 1200. This son of Nabopolassar has been called the greatest king of Babylon's Chaldean dynasty. There's Nebuchadnezzar. I was thinking about that based on the choices. Like, is it Nebuchadnezzar? Because I've heard that name before. All right, Babylon 5 for 2000. The Babylonians developed a sexagesimal math system, one based on this number. What is 60? Based on Latin. All right, helps me out. Tied with Margie again. Let's go to finish off the 60s for 4. The Chicago to LA highway route assigned this number in 1926 wasn't completely paved until 1938. That is the old famous Route 66. I'm mad it took them 12 years to completely finish paving the road for that. That's wild. Let's finish off Babylon 5 while we're at it. Cyrus the Great captured Babylon in 539 BC, and this guy took it in 331 BC. So 207 years later, it's Alexander the Great. All right, 2 categories down. Oh, let's go with who's the Mrs. for 400. Mrs. Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is Maria Shriver. Again, don't know many of these, but I'm at least getting a little cheap ones, so I don't feel so bad. Real Romantics for 4. Wordsworth defined this form of literature as the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. What is poetry? I'm using all the baby amounts to try to creep up on Mark and catch him. Real Romantics for 8. The Hugo work title means The Wretched is known worldwide by this French title. What is Les Miserables? All right, 3 clues left. Let's go to Pick Your Poison for 2,000. This weed with poisonous juices gets its name from the first permanent English settlement in North America. What is Jim's Weed? Yes. Jim's Weed is referred to Jimstown, which was the lost colony. Pick Your Poison for 8. Fatal to Socrates, this foul-smelling plant now grows in the U.S. and can be seen along roadsides. What is Hemlock? Yes. Up to 9,800 for me, and now for the last clue of the round. This is the other daily double. All right, I can win the game right now if I think I got a shot at this. I don't want to screw the pooch too badly, but I'll go 48. I'll go 4,800 on this one, which would give me a nice lead going into Final Jeopardy. Here's the clue: the Death Cup and the Destroying Angles are poisonous ones of these. Or Destroying Angels. I believe those are... What are mushrooms? Yes. All right. Should have went for the full double now that I think about it. But all right. Double Jeopardy's over. I'm in the lead with 14,600. Mark's in second with 8,813. Margie got 5,000. Still not a runaway, but anybody's game here as we go into our Final Jeopardy category of the day. Today's Final Jeopardy category is... presidential elections. God, there's been so much talk of that over the last 4 or 5 months. At this point, it's like, I don't want to even get that far. All right, presidential elections. I have 14,600. You know what? I'm not going to wager a thing on this one, just because I think the 14.6 is going to be enough. Actually, no. I will wager the 600. Just because. Let's see if it's enough. $600 on this one. Here's the clue. The last winning presidential ticket in the 20th century that had 2 sitting U.S. senators was the ticket of these 2 men. I think it was Reagan and Bush. Nope, it was Kennedy and Johnson. I thought it was one of the 2. I was wrong and dropped to 14,000. Margie was correct, but dropped to 9,000. And Mark got it right and bid just enough to get past me at $15,059. Not mad at that, though. Not mad. A good run there for me. That's my 5th game completed today. And I've won the Final Jeopardy round 5 times, I guess. I mean, I got through it 5 times. So there we go. Didn't win this one, but hey, my career total now 64,398 and 67% accuracy. That's not bad. Margie with 81, Mark with 84. And again, that 84 was just enough to give him the win on this one. So, not mad at that. All right. So there we go. There's that episode of Jeopardy. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned some stuff along with me on this one, because I know I did for sure. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want to see more of this series, check out the entire playlist here on the channel, along with some of the Jeopardy live episodes we did, which we are going to be doing more of those this year. I've kind of stepped away from them for a bit, but I'm going to bring them back here. Those will be like extra bonus videos for you throughout the year, so those won't necessarily be part of Mystery Mondays, but they might. Who knows? Because you never know what you're going to get on a Mystery Monday here on the channel. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and want to see more great game show content like this, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until the answers are given to us once again, where I have to come up with some wild-ass questions, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Alex. We'll see you next time.